Hello coders, it's Tisha from Developers College, and what we're going to be doing in this tutorial is we're going to be learning the basic syntax in PHP. So in the last tutorial we learned about what PHP is and how you can run your PHP code and which text editor you can use to run your code. In the last tutorial we decided to go with Visual Studio Code, so we're going to go ahead and start that up again. So if you didn't watch the last tutorial, all you need to do after you've installed XAMPP, which is software for running PHP and MySQL, you just access your XAMPP folder, go into htdocs, and we created a folder called tutorial. You're just going to right click that and open with code. We also created a file, we called it test PHP. If you have not already watched that video, I suggest you go ahead and watch that, because this is the second video of the tutorial series, while that video was the first. So yeah, if you want to get into writing some PHP code, there are a couple of things that we need to get ready first. So in the last tutorial we installed a software called XAMPP. We're going to go ahead and start that up. Open our XAMPP software. All you need to do is type in XAMPP and hit enter, and it will open up your XAMPP control panel. So there are a couple of things to get to understand before you can start writing your code. So once you open up the XAMPP software, what you're actually doing is you're starting a couple of services. You're starting the Apache service, which is what we're going to be needing to run PHP on our local server, and MySQL and FileZilla. Well, basically the only thing that is important is Apache and MySQL. Since we're not going to be doing anything really advanced, well, all we're going to be needing is Apache. So mine automatically started up the 3. If yours didn't start up immediately, all you need to do is click the start button here. As you can see, mine is showing the stop button because it started already. So if yours is not automatically started, you can click start and it will start up immediately. So what you want to do after you have gotten all that ready is actually extremely simple. You open up your browser. In this case, mine is Microsoft Edge. Yep, that's right. I use Microsoft Edge sometimes because the browser is getting better and better day by day. Local hosts. Then type the path to the folder that we created. So assume localhost we're in htdocs automatically. What we need to do is create tutorial, or type in the tutorial, then test.php. Those that remember, those that watched the last video, remember that we created a folder tutorial and another file called test.php. As you can see, we have a file called test.php, and inside we created it inside it a folder called tutorial. So all you need to do is type in localhost and through that what's it called, through the path. So we are automatically there. As you can see, it's not really showing us anything because of we have not written any type of code in it. So yeah, why don't we go ahead and start writing some code. So what we need to understand first before we start writing our code is that we need to understand basic syntax. So first of all, in PHP, the use of semicolon are required. It's not like Python where you can just skip that. So let's just get that in place. You must use a semicolon. So there are 2 ways you can run your code. You can run it with the first step. I'm just going to show you how. So let's just quickly write some code. This is PHP default opening tag, by the way. So what we need to do is type echo hello world. Hit save on that. Go to our browser and it rerun, and it will give us this nice little text called hello world. But the sweet thing about Visual Studio Code is that you can just go into this small button right here, this one, yep, over here, and hit run. And once you do that, it will give you a console output, right, saying hello world. So what's the difference between the two output systems is that this one runs on the local host, which is the Apache server. So that means whenever you're working with something related to databases, websites, or actual back-end development, you can run them here. For example, we're going to do some tests on forms and different kind of outputs playing around with HTML files. So obviously you're going to need the local host to run that. But when we're talking about simple algorithms like functions, variable, for loops, if statements, we are going to be running it here on the console. Hopefully you understand that. So let me just clarify. If you're running real website examples, we're going to be running it on the local host since that works better with the integration of HTML. While if you're just running just basic algorithms like if statements, loops, variables, and all this kind of stuff, it's better to run them on the console. So, for example, if we type what's it called? The popular break tag over here. The text. If we publish the popular break tag over here, and we go ahead and run it here, you're going to see another text under in a new line. You're going to see another text in a new line below hello world because we used an HTML tag over here, which is the break, which gives us a new line. But if you run that in your console, it's just going to give you the HTML tag directly on the console. It's not even going to give you a new line. So what you're going to do if you want it to be in a new line in the console is you're going to use a very console supported tag, which is is it backward slash or forward? I think it's backward slash n, which gives you a new line. So what you do is, okay, we're gonna have to save that first. I'm sorry. So when we save that, it gives us a new line. So that's what I'm trying to say. So whenever you're working with HTML, CSS, jQuery, you're going to have to run it on the local host. But if you're just writing basic algorithms like functions, if, and we're really working with anything related to websites like CSS, HTML, it's good that you just run it on your console, which is still in Visual Studio Code. That's the best thing about this text editor. So now back to the basic syntax. So what do we have here? First of all, we can see that we have the traditional PHP opening tag. If you're going to write anything PHP, you're going to have to implement the PHP opening tag, which is this that we can see, a question mark PHP, and that's of the. Oh, let me just write it off. So the PHP opening tag is very simple. You can just write. That's the traditional PHP tag. So any code that you're going to write in PHP has to be in between these tags. So the next thing that we're going to realize is we need to print stuff to the statement. So just like the last time we printed hello world and another text, let's explain what that means actually. Hello world. So this is the traditional hello world system that basically everybody use when you're trying to learn a new language. So there is nothing serious going on here. It's something extremely basic. So echo for PHP is just like print. Although print too is supported, but the traditional output method is echo. So you don't need any curly braces or any other or parentheses. Anyway, you don't need to write any brackets or this kind of thing. It's just hello, double quotes, and hello world. We're going to learn more about this in the coming tutorial when we talk about variables and data types. So everything that you're going to do in PHP is going to require semicolons if you're going to write functions. If you're ending a statement, you're going to require a semicolon. It's not like Python where you can just keep on that. We use curly braces. So PHP is your traditional language. It has existed for quite a while. It is extremely reliable and it is robust. So what we need to do, okay, if we run it here to give us the same output. Hello world, nothing too complex. So in the next tutorial we are going to be learning about variables and data types. So yeah, stay tuned for that. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to just hit the subscribe button, and yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one. Take care.